hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and welcome to The Storyboard, a brief weekly rundown of movie and entertainment news. New episodes are every Saturday, so be sure to subscribe so you'll always be in the know. I've been away for a while working on a secret project, but more on that at the end of the video. To make up for my truancy, I'll go a little more in depth this week to cover news that I missed. But now, the stories. Let's get it, shall we? Daniel Day-Lewis. After a 46-year career in acting with only 29 credits to his name, including My Left Foot, The Crucible, Gangs of New York, There Will Be Blood, and Lincoln, as well as 3 Best Actor Oscars, notoriously selective character actor Daniel Day-Lewis announced through his representatives that he is retiring from his acting career, following P.T. Anderson's upcoming Phantom Thread. His spokeswoman Leslie Dart provided a statement which read, quote, "Daniel Day-Lewis will no longer be working as an actor. He is immensely grateful to all of his collaborators and audiences over the many years. This is a private decision, and neither he nor his representative will make any further comment on this subject." End quote. It's a shame to see one of the world's finest actors retire, but hopefully it's simply a career decision rather than something like illness. Han Solo. In an incredibly surprising turn of events, Lucasfilm announced Tuesday that Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the directors of the forthcoming and as yet untitled Han Solo standalone film, were parting ways with the project. Later it was reported that Lord and Miller did not walk away willingly and were in fact fired by Lucasfilm. This is fairly huge news considering that the film has been shooting since February. Lord and Miller released a statement saying, quote, "Unfortunately, our vision and process weren't aligned with our partners on this project. We normally aren't fans of the phase creative differences, but for once, this cliche is true. We are really proud of the amazing and world-class work of our cast and crew," end quote. While Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said, quote, "Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers who have assembled an incredible cast and crew. But it's become clear that we had different creative visions on this film, and we've decided to part ways." End quote. Now it seems that veteran director Ron Howard has been brought on to helm the rest of the film. Personally, I'm really mixed on this decision. Howard has made many movies that I absolutely adore, like Willow and Apollo 13, but the latter being the last film of his that I loved, and that was over 20 years ago. Watchmen Reboot. Alan Moore's seminal graphic novel The Watchmen looks to be getting a reboot by HBO. While the property was brought to cinematic life by director Zack Snyder in 2009, this particular version will be spearheaded by Damon Lindelof, known for writing Lost, Prometheus, and the recent concluded series The Leftovers. This series will not be connected with Snyder's film, but will likely be a reimagining of the original material. Venom and the Marvel Universe. Sony announced recently that it would be developing a Venom/Eddie Brock film starring Tom Hardy for a 2018 release. Sony currently owns the rights to Spider-Man, but has an agreement with Disney/Marvel, which is why Spidey was involved with Captain America Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, Amy Pascal, a producer at Sony, has said that the Venom film will take place in the same universe as Homecoming. Does this mean that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will appear in the Venom film? One would surely hope so, as Venom doesn't make much sense without Spidey. Further, it is now being reported that Carnage, a serial killer named Cletus Cassidy, who takes on the symbiote and becomes far more evil than Venom ever was, is likely to be part of the film as well. I will keep reporting on this as more news surfaces. Danny Elfman. As I reported in previous episodes of The Storyboard, Zack Snyder had to tap out of completing Justice League due to a family tragedy, and Joss Whedon is coming on board to write new scenes and helm reshoots. Now it seems that one half of the composing team of Batman vs. Superman, also including Hans Zimmer, Junkie XL, will no longer be composing the score for Justice League. And perennial superhero film composer Danny Elfman, who has worked on Tim Burton's Batman movies as well as Avengers Age of Ultron, also for Whedon, Hulk, and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 and 2, has been hired to replace Junkie XL. While it was originally suggested that Whedon's taking over of the project would be minimal, simply rewriting certain scenes and shooting a handful of reshoots, it is now seeming like it may become a rather large overhaul of the film, for better or for worse. I will say this, much as I love Elfman, and I do, I hope he retains Zimmer and Junkie's Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman themes. I feel like Justice League would feel a little hollow without them. Lightning round. The first film in the DCEU that people actually seem to like, Wonder Woman, just passed the $500 million mark in worldwide box office. Way to go, Patty! Way to go, Gal. Gal? Gal? I don't know. Scarlett Johansson recently said that there is a scene in Avengers of Infinity War which would include up to 32 Marvel characters, telling Stephen Colbert, quote, "I think in one particular scene there's like 32 of us. There's a lot. There's so many of us, I don't even know who's a Marvel character and who's a crew member." End quote. This movie could end up being all kinds of epic, or it could turn out to be a jumbled mess. Still, I'm looking forward to finding out. HBO released the second official trailer for the upcoming 7th series of Game of Thrones on Wednesday. It features many shots seen in the previous trailer, but does include some sumptuous moments of Daenerys arriving at Dragonstone, Beric Dondarrion's sword catching a flame, dragons, Starks, and White Walkers. This trailer is dark and full of hype. Ryan Reynolds tweeted out a picture on Saturday of Deadpool reclining out front of the Xavier School for Gifted Children with the caption, "Dropped by the X-Mansion. Big surprise, no one's home." Yeah, I can't wait for Deadpool 2. The Jurassic World sequel dropped its first poster on Thursday. The poster itself is nothing special, simply being the Jurassic Park/World logo we all know so very well, with some embers floating in the foreground. However, it does give us the official subtitle of Fallen Kingdom. I'm not loving that subtitle, but I didn't like Jurassic World all that much, so whatever. Dunkirk. Christopher Nolan's upcoming World War II epic Dunkirk will be his shortest film since his first indie flick, a black and white noir film titled Following. I'm a full-blown Nolan fanboy, but I'll be the first to say that some of his movies do get a little long-winded. Dunkirk, according to The Hollywood Reporter, will run a scant 1 hour and 47 minutes and will be released July 21st. The synopsis reads, Dunkirk opens as hundreds of thousands of British and Allied troops are surrounded by the enemy forces. Trapped on the beach with their backs to the sea, they face an impossible situation as the enemy closes in. I like that Nolan is reining it in a little with his flick, and I'm excited as hell to see it. And that's the storyboard. I mentioned earlier a secret project, #Courtshake secret project, that I've been working on with my good friend, comedy writer and filmmaker Steve Murphy. I'll link to his YouTube channel in the description so you can check out his work if you like. I don't know when this secret project will be ready, but here are a couple of teaser pictures just to give you all an idea of what we've been up to. But now I want to know, what do you think of these stories? What's your favorite DayLewis performance? Could Watchmen work as a series? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below and let's discuss. If you enjoyed the storyboard, please like and share this video as it totally helps me to build this channel. And you can subscribe by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. New episodes of the storyboard every Saturday. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.